If a client comes back and says, look, we want to work with you, we need it for 50 grand less, it's a very quick change. The problems we were finding was whenever we get all of our schedules in Excel spreadsheet, which is standard in the civil game, sometimes you get the errors in the calculating through. If you're adding in line items and things like that yourself, they don't match, they don't come through to the total figure. Obviously then you can be 20 to any amount of money out on the contract value, and then later in the contract you find out, you tell the client, it messes up with their numbers, their contingencies, and it can just affect your reputation with them. So whenever you tender it then, you put it to the client, it's done, that is the value that's quoted. The client knows exactly what they're getting. There's no problems or arguments later down the line of whose fault it is, why wasn't it added up, was it just an honest mistake? There's no ambiguity, which means then the client knows what they're getting from day one to the end of the project. You can have your generic profit margins, overheads, all that there throughout it. On some jobs you got $500,000 of concrete and you want to be more competitive. You don't add 20% on your concrete or 10%, maybe you add that back down to 5% because the concrete volume is not going to change. You still make a lot of dollar value, but on high price things you might want to bring the thing down. While it's quite easy to do that through CivCost, you know what you're pricing, so you know you haven't missed anything. You know you haven't accidentally put a 20% margin on something in the middle of the spreadsheet and then you're uncompetitive in the tender and you don't even know why. Like, you think you've done it competitively, but because you made a mistake you're actually like 10% dearer than everyone else. While in CivCost you can see it, you're not thumb sucking it, you're not kind of going, oh god, I hope by the end of this project I've tendered it right. You know you've tendered it right. The team has been amazing at helping me get on board. We do Teams chats nearly whenever I want. They're always there to answer questions. The fact that they have actual QSs working in this is brilliant. People with civil experience. You're not just talking to an IT guy who knows how to write a piece of code in the background. They actually know what I'm asking them. You're getting all of that for a very reasonable amount of money per month, because when you are a small operation you can't be paying out some of the large, nearly extortionate fees, some of the more well-known global ones, and CivCost as well. By being local here in New Zealand, it's set up for the New Zealand market, so NZ 3910 example and all the other contracts. So it's not some massive American firm that's talking in feet and inches. It's very user-friendly, it's easy to learn, and they're very good at the training as well. So not only does CivCost help you out with the initial tender, during the contract it helps you out formatting the claims and compiling the claims, finding an legally acceptable as per 3910 or any other contract that you have. There's no question about it. It's there, it's clear, it's black and white, and it removes any emotion from the issue. With CivCost it comes through in a very professional format, which I've even had comments from clients going, oh wow, that's changed a lot and looks really good. The more and more that I've used CivCost, the more information that I'm putting into it. It's stored in there, which I can use it again later, which speeds up every tender I do. So every tender is getting a little bit quicker and a little bit easier to do, which means I can get them out either faster or more out a week, whichever it might be. You know, it looks professional, it is professional. I'm confident that it is accurate in the back end. And when you're in a negotiation and the client's like, look, we're close, we need a little bit more, you can just go back in, change your percentages, and it adjusts throughout the whole thing. You're not going back in line by line by line. If a client comes back and says, look, we want to work with you, we need it for 50 grand less, it's a very quick change. If you're thinking about using CivCost, I'd highly recommend it. Try the trial period, give it a go, and I don't think you'll regret it.